Well, he dead.
Well,
At least I'm dead.
Weeben was almost dead.
So Brian did tell me he's not going to run away from the party anymore.
Yeah, that's lesson learned.
Fair attempt.
So, welcome to Storm King's Thunder. We will be picking up where we left off last week with Scaly doing a heroic save of Weeben. But before we get started, I'd like to thank the Friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. It should be noted that none of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. These are just products that we really like. If you are watching on Twitch, scroll down. You should see some tiles there. If you don't see the tiles, click on my profile image, and they should pop up and lead you to these fine people's websites. The first on our list is the Speechless Bard. Speechless Bard makes beautiful leather products for your tabletop role-playing games, such as leather covers for your core rulebooks. She has a full line of dice bracelets. They're leather bracelets with cutouts of the dice shapes, and they come in numerous colors, easily customizable. She has a dice rolling mat that when it is rolled up, it looks like a spell scroll. She does all of the work by hand. All of these items can be customized to your liking. She even goes so far as picking the leather swaths by hand rather than buying in bulk. She is an incredibly talented artist, and it's well worth the money and time for everything that she creates. Having said that, if you're going to order for a gift idea or even for yourself, you'll want to give yourself a little bit of extra time. She is over in the UK, so it can take a little while for it to get across the pond to the US. And with the shipping crisis, I can pretty much guarantee you that a in time for Christmas delivery is certainly out of the possibilities. But I welcome you to try. And of course, anything that she makes is well worth the wait. Next on the list is the Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes beard products such as oils, balms, butters, and co-wash. They have a full line of eco-friendly aluminum-free deodorants, and they have now a line of spray-on colognes. And each of their scent profiles is a different fantasy character. Today I am wearing the Hero, which is a cologne-scented beard oil that smells of rich cologne and warm amber. They have numerous heroes and seasonal scents that they've come out with, so I'm sure that they have one that will fit your needs. If you are a first-time purchaser, you can go to fablebeardco.com and create an account, and if you put 2 beard oils in your cart, you can use the code FIRST in all capital letters to discount that second beard oil to free. We have a new friend of the Greenwater Guildhall, Dogmight Games. They make wooden products for your tabletop games, such as dice trays, DM screens, player vaults. They have all manner of amazing products. Their dice towers are really cool, too. If you are with us, or if you're thinking about purchasing, or on the fence about it, after the first of the year, Dogmight is going to send me some coupon codes. So you might want to wait until after the first of the year, and I will distribute those coupon codes, and you can get some really cool gaming gear at a discount. So definitely check out Dogmight Games. And if you are a fan of our Traveler game on Wednesday nights, we have a webpage via Obsidian Portal. Go to that link. And the adventure log is written in the manner of Traveler's news service news articles that details things that are going on in the region as these yahoos get their way across the Trojan Reach, pillaging everything that they find. If you enjoy the content, please give us a fan like, and we hope to see you there. So last week, you guys came into the Dripping Caverns, as it were. The villagers from Nightstone had left or had fled and ran to the northwest, where there were a series of bat caves. It was postulated that these villagers went to these caves to hide it out and wait for, the bad people to leave. And they you showed up trying to tell them that you had cleared the goblins out of Nightstone, but you come into the Batcaves and discovered that the Batcaves looks like it is actually an enclave of said goblins, and you ran into a couple of ogres. Weeben went in a side entrance and ran into a black pudding known as the Blob, and you may or may not find out why it's called. Well, I mean, obviously you know why it's called the Blob, but the goblins are the ones who gave it that name. And Weeben kind of got the crap kicked out of him by the Blob, and Scaly had just by chance had wild shaped into a hyena, caught the scent of Weeben, and ran off on his own to rescue Weeben, and was successful, or at least so far he's been successful. We will find out if the Blob is going to continue its pursuit. So it is the Blob's turn. We left in mid initiative. I think the Blob, I mean, I know it's an ooze, but I would think that even an ooze is going to get tired of chasing people. And it only has 20 feet of movement. So it is going to go back to its home in the big hollowed out stalagmite and ooze its way back into its home now that, I don't know, do oozes eat? I mean, I guess they do. Yeah. I guess the question is, do oozes eat, or do they just corrode everything on a whim? So it's tired of chasing, and it goes into its home and leaves Scaly and Weeben to make their escape back out into the caverns. And I see Weeben is a little small. There we go. So these caverns, this particular area, if you remember, is quite massive. There's a forest of stalagmites in the center where the ogre and his wife had set up camp. And there's a big natural mud pool here. Actually, a hot springs mud pool that the husband ogre was bathing in when you came in. There's the passage that Scaly just went down. I don't know if Scaly, how you want to describe to everybody else what you saw down there. Hold on, I'm missing some people. So there's CL, there's CL, there's Billy. No, I guess I'm not missing people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay. 5 people. So I will allow Scaly to describe that. You do see that there is, you know that up to the north is a pool. It is brackish water. It is tainted, not suitable for drinking due to mineral runoff. And there is a passage next to this pool here. And there is a passage on the other side of the pool to the north. And there are 1, 2, 3 passages to the west. So it is entirely up to you guys where you want to go.
Well, you see Scaly a bit like Peter Griffin after banging his shin.
Except as a hyena.
Don't go back there, guys.
So
there's a black thing that it hits like a draft horse cart. I know, I was hit by a draft horse cart once. It hurts a lot. Only if we're all together. That sucks.
So I take it that Scaly has turned back into Scaly rather than a hyena.
I did in order to cast the cure on.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. So he has warned you guys that there is something off to the side passage. Weeben is I don't I don't think you raised him all the way back up, but he's injured. You can see that on Weeben, there are sections of his clothing and whatnot that look burned, but you don't see any scorch marks.
I describe it as acidic porridge.
That's probably a really good explanation. Yeah.
I doubt anything like that has anything good, so.
Are you in need of healing, Scaly?
No, I reverted from hyena to normal, so my hit points are full. But Weaven could use some more healing. I've just got 2 spells left.
Okay, well, whenever Brian gets here, I'll figure out how much he needs for lay on hands.
Sure, that works.
And I can do another cure. I just don't want to waste resources or not be prepared for things. Maybe he's got a potion or something.
Yeah, you guys have.
So that's all I got.
You guys have been. Well, I mean, you're only 2nd level, so quite light on the whole potion thing, or magical items for that matter. But don't worry. So I've been prepping. I've prepped quite far ahead, and there's going to be some interesting stuff. So this looks like it's going to be a fairly magic heavy game, which I know you guys always enjoy. And that's just from the book. That's not even extras that I hand out. But also, this is a sandbox adventure, and so in my prepping, I'm just going to foreshadow. I tried to pick locations that you guys haven't seen as players before. I mean, your characters are probably aware of them, but you yourselves haven't seen them before. But the weird thing about it is, so I did that, and then there are offshoots of that where you guys are going to see some locations that you've seen in the past, and you may encounter some familiar faces. Interestingly. So, yeah.
Shredder the Demon Lord.
Probably not Shredder, but like way back, like possibly back to our first campaign ever. So, like, I don't know, you might see what Dubisa and Malum are up to and things like that. So yeah, where would you guys like to go from here?
Not down that hallway.
Yeah, I mean, wherever the party wants to go, Steve's happy to just tag along.
I guess I will kind of put
But
you
while
guys
we're all
together.
standing around discussing what our future plans is, Steve will use his halfling wooden pipe.
Okay. Yeah. And smoke a bowl.
Pretty much.
Attitude adjustment.
Yes.
Man, guys, that was too close.
Can I send relics around to like scout a little bit?
Okay.
See if they can smell anything good. Any direction?
So relics, so the passageway that Scaly and Weeben just came up from, relics kind of comes to this corner, and you see just on the wall, you see some of these small green mushrooms that are growing. And Rilix is not a familiar, so he can't relate telepathically to Smokey. But you see Rilix go up to these green mushrooms, kind of turn around and try to cover them up like they're poop.
All right. That way's out.
Go ahead, Smokey, make a animal handling check.
I don't know if that's not a good roll. All right. 4.
Well, the most that you can see. So I don't know. My cats sometimes do this. If you feed them food and they decide they don't like that food, they do. They try to cover it up like it's poop. So evidently, Rilix is not fond of these mushrooms. Oh shit! And that just reminded me. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
I just want to go check out the northeasterly, see what is up past the muck pond.
I'll go wherever someone else decides. I just don't want to decide. So.
Or I guess there were more goblins and stuff down to the southwest.
Well, does anybody have any sort of sensory thing that might help us pick a direction? Detect evil, magic, anything?
If I had wild shape left, I could use scent, but I had to change back my second time, so I'm out of wild shapes.
Yeah, I don't have anything for sensing.
Sorry, talking about the truss and covering something up remind me I have to feed a cat.
Does anybody have any decent survival skills to look for, like, footprints? That might even be useful.
I've got a +3 survival, but someone else might have higher.
I got +2.
I have a 0.
We can team up, do advantage.
You got this.
Have detect evil, I guess, or detect divine sense. Celestials, fiends, undead.
Why don't we use survival that doesn't take up any spell slots or recoverable class features first and see if we get anything.
Yeah, I don't think her divine sense eats up anything. I think it's a free action at will.
Okay, let's hit it with all fronts then. Everything.
Okay, so what did you guys decide to do?
Someone give me a help action. I'll roll survival with advantage and see if we pick up more tracks.
Okay.
Sure, I'll give you a help on that. You got this, bro.
A whopping 9.
Oof.
Yeah.
You're 9.
6.
So you're 9. There's dim light in here. Well, bright light around whoever's using a light source. Dim light beyond that. You see that there is a ton of tracks in the mud and dirt throughout here. Most of the tracks you see are goblinoid. You do see some bigger boot tracks, but most of them, it's just a jumble of activity. You're not able to discern any one particular direction.
Let's see, we got 5 tunnels left, one we don't want to go in. Should we just roll a die for it?
Yeah.
Sure.
1-2 starting south and going clockwise.
I will cast dancing lights and reactivate that and make sure we got plenty of light.
Okay.
7 puts us to the north.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So directly north. All right. Let me grab you guys. Okay. So this tunnel passage, an 8-foot wide, 20-foot deep fissure splits a tunnel leading north. The tunnel on the opposite side continues to the north, and you kind of think that this is another tunnel that that may lead out of these caverns, possibly on the northwestern side of the small ridge line that you have entered, but you're not sure. But basically, this is basically a dead end. But there is this big gash, 20-foot deep gash in the cavern. I mean, you could probably get across it, but it really leads nowhere.
While they're looking at the big hole, Steve will kind of wander from the party just slightly as they go on and take a look at the water pool. See.
Okay. The water pool. Shallow pool has formed against the northeast wall of this cavern, the floor of which is lower here. Runoff from the pool trickles eastward. The water is, obviously, you can see that the water is polluted with toxic minerals and is unfit for drinking. But you see that it kind of drains here and continues going to a northeasterly direction.
Why don't we head on that way, see where the water goes?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oops. How did I do that?
It's like trying to set your marching order in Baldur's Gate.
I know, right? Yeah. It's a lot like that, actually. Except Baldur's Gate did it better. So... The short tunnel leads to a sunken cavern that echoes with the sound of flapping wings. The sound emanates from a naturally formed pit in the cavern's floor, which is covered in bat guano. The 10-foot high ledges surround the pit form raised alcoves to the north, east, and south. Huddled in these alcoves, here and here, and somewhat up here, you see that there are 30 some odd Nightstone villagers. The villagers are bound with rusty chains, and they all are huddled together, and like when a child starts to cry, the parent immediately kind of covers up their mouth and is telling them to shush.
Is Paladin detecting evil from these people?
So if she wants to detect evil, she does not detect evil. These are mostly just commoners.
There's no disturbance, of course?
No.
Okay.
Well, if you guys want, I can fly over and check on them, see what's going on.
Sure.
I will fly to this group.
Okay.
See what's going on over there.
Okay.
Well, hey, it's cool. It's chill. What's up?
And they freak out and
Lucifer's coming for us.
No, actually, they don't seem overly shocked at all. And there's a reason for that you'll learn in a minute, but
They're big.
It's my cool demeanor. I'm just like, what's up, guys? How's it going?
hold on here. You guys like swarms of things, right?
I still see you as a Zazel with the little, not quite pompadour and all slick and.
Pretty much.
Okay, so you fly over to these people, and what are you doing to get there? I mean, how are you introducing yourself and whatnot?
Well, I'm basically landing like, hey, how's it going? What you guys doing? Any good news?
And
Very nonchalant.
so they, like several of them are like, shh, you'll alert them. And just as they'd say that, hold on here. A large swarm of bats, actually it's like 2 swarms, comes flying up out of the pit in the middle of the chamber. Bats. Hold on here, let me put some more people on the stack. All right. You can all roll initiative as the bats are, I don't necessarily want to say that they're attacking. They are, I mean, I guess they're attacking. They're mostly flapping around in a agitated state. So everybody roll initiative. Okay, let's see here. We'll remove Weeben from the stack for now. Okay. So, Scaly, you see these bats just fly up out of this hole in the middle of this chamber and are filling the chamber, squeaking and flapping their wings, highly agitated, pooping everywhere. What would you like to do?
I will cast Primal Savagery cantrip because I get a better to hit, and Snappy Bite, Clawed Fingers at the bats.
Okay, so you want to move into or towards the swarm, or
Yep.
Actually, it's multiple swarms, but all right, go ahead and take swing.
Yep.
That hits.
23 to hit for 8 points.
Okay.
Snack time.
All right. So let's see here.
It looks a bit like your dog trying to catch a treat that you're keeping from him.
Yes. You take a swipe at this swarm and chomp down on. Actually, you get multiple bats and chomp them down. Anything with bonus action?
Can I 2-weapon fighting? Use my club?
Yeah, you could.
Okay. The 13 hit?
It does.
2 more points.
Okay.
Woo!
Okay.
That's all I got.
And another bat is, you basically just smack this bat like you're playing baseball. Smokey, what would you like to do? Way in the back there.
I want to fire my bow and see how many bats I can get on one arrow.
Okay, so you probably want to move to about here for a clear shot.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then aim kind of this way-ish so I don't fire directly into Scaly.
Sure. A 10 is a miss.
I have 0 bats on it. That's
0
not
bats.
crazy.
Did you... So, did you want... Do you have Hunters... You have Hunter's Mark now, right?
I think so, actually.
I think you do.
Oh, yeah, you're right, I do.
So, I mean, if you wanted to... So, Hunter's Mark, does that give you a bonus to your attack?
I'm trying to remember what it does.
I know it does additional damage.
Oh, yeah, it does additional damage on a hit. It doesn't give another else, so... Yeah, that's too bad. So imagine firing an arrow into a giant swarm of bats and it fails completely.
Yes, all the bats kind of do bullet time around this arrow. All right. So agitated bats are going to swarm Scaly. But don't worry, they attack as a swarm. And this swarm is going to fly over. And actually, we'll move Weeben down here to deal with Smokey and Clitaris. And this swarm, we're going to fly up here and try to deal with Steve. And that leaves me with another swarm that are just going to flap around stupidly because they're bats. All right, so first swarm on, we'll just move down the line on Steve. They are going to try to nip and bite at Steve. An 11 to hit probably misses Steve.
Yes, 11 misses Steve.
Okay. The swarm's going to try to nip and bite at Scaly. 14 to hit.
Nope.
Okay.
I got tough skin.
Yes. This swarm down here, they're going to try to bite at Smokey, and because they only get one attack, they're going to ignore Clitaris. Ugh, a 6. Okay, that dice is going to go in the freezer. All right, so that is the bats. The other bats are concentrating on craziness and pooping. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
Looking at them, I'm going to try to... They're all around me, right?
Yeah. It's like a cloud of bats. And the villagers are all kind of huddled up, and they've got their hands over their heads trying to protect themselves.
Well, I'm going to angle upward and try to catch the mass majority that I can without hitting the people on the ground and cast Burning Hands.
Ah, excellent. Go for it.
So they get a reflex.
Okay, they get a dex save. 11.
That does not pass. And they take 8 damage.
Okay. All right, 8 damage. you kill off.
And that's,
You
yeah, that's about all I'm going to do. Hold my ground.
Okay, so you kill off part of the swarm. Cleetaris, what would you like to do?
I mean, I guess I'll just swipe the shit.
All right. Hey, it worked for Scaly.
Cool. 18?
That hits. Swarm of bats, I better use Divine Smite.
Unfortunately, I'm out of smites. So that's 7 slashing.
Okay. So you take out a couple of bats from said swarm. Yep. All right. Anything movement or bonus action?
No.
Okay.
Got nothing.
We are back to Scaly.
I will once again use Primal Savagery and flail about and hit as many things in my way as possible.
Okay. Are you biting and swinging your club?
Yes, I rolled a 6. Well, first I bite with Primal Savagery, and then I'll offhand my club.
Okay.
Missed with the 6, I'd imagine. Club gets a soft 20 for 3 more points.
Okay. Another bat goes down. This group of bats decides at that point that they are going to fly back down into the hole in the middle of the ground. Smokey, what would you like to do?
I'll use my short swords.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, there's someone. Okay, roll the 8. Not good enough. Oh, that one's better. That's 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Okay, I rolled the wrong number of d6 this time. 6 piercing damage.
Okay, and you finish off the swarm that is attacking you. Steve, what would you like to do?
Won't burn that. I'll see if I can hit him with a firebolt.
Okay.
Oh, shit. That's 12.
That hits.
Oh, nice. Five damage.
Okay, so you cast Firebolt and you hit one of the bats in the swarm. It catches fire, tumbles into the rest of the swarm. The rest of the swarm then catches fire, and you kill off through ricochet the rest of the swarm.
Nice.
Cleetaris. And I see that. Hold on. All right. So, Cleetaris, what would you like to do?
Move over there and I'll swing at these bats.
Okay.
23
Yeah, it hits.
for 4 slashing damage.
Okay, and you take out the last of the bats that are swarming on Scaly. So,
Okay.
Cleetaris the Kill Stealer. So you learned from these villagers that they had no idea that the goblins were using these caves as their warren. Kind of the let's see here. There are 6 unarmed guards, human. There is a woman, or excuse me, a man named Hyrule Mistrum. And of the villagers, you find the Agonar family, which consists of Destiny Agonar, who is a tiefling midwife, and her son, Grin Agonar, who worked in the village stable house, cleaning the stalls for Lady Nandar. There is the Delphindrel family. They are Tetherian humans. They own and operate the Nightstone Mill. Their surviving family members are Renera, her youngest son Zalf, his wife Elise, and their 2 adolescent children, Darson and Hildy. There is the Helvarn family. The Helvarns are Demarin potato and turnip farmers. Their surviving family members are Godric, his wife Prentice, and their 3 children, daughter Johanna and twin sons Ellis and Galt. They lost their grandfather Godric in the attack on Nightstone. The Nesper family are Tetherian human pumpkin and squash farmers. Their remaining family members are Yandra, who's 15, and her brother Sarvin, who's 11. Their parents were both killed in the attack. Ostra, the Ostra family are Tetherian human wheat farmers. There's Thelbin and his husband Bryn, and their good-hearted nephew Brawland. And then there's the Summerhawk family. The Summerhawks are Strongheart families. There's Taylor Summerhawk, who is an apothecary, and she has her 4 young children, Barley, Midge, Nincy, and Dollop. Taylor's husband, Larlo, was killed when a rock fell on their home. Hold on here. Dum. I thought that was a dwarf. The owner of the Nightstone Inn is also here, who is named Morak. He's a dwarf. Morak Urgray. Shield dwarf, commoner. And he's basically kind of taken the role of leadership for the villagers. And he tells you that the goblins have been coming in every so often and taking a few of the villagers, but he doesn't know. He hears screams off in the distance echoing through the cave, but he doesn't know what became of those villagers.
Full leadership.
Way to take care of your people.
Should we check a big old rock in the middle of the thing so bats don't fly out of the demon butthole on the map? Or can we move it? Can we move something that big? Probably not.
Probably not. I mean, it's a pretty big hole.
We should just check something on fire in it.
Like a fireball.
Yeah, what could go wrong? It'll be fine. Can we try and save the people that got...
Yeah, what do you guys want to do with these? What do you want to do with these villagers? Morak.
Are they going to go back to their village or what?
So Morak, I mean, if you guys want to, I mean, these chains, you could pick the lock, but you could probably just cut them with an axe or whatever. There's Brian. So I mean, it's not really necessary. to spend any time picking the lock. If you don't want, you can get them out of here. It's up to you. How do you guys want to handle these? Morak would really like for you to try and find out a search for these other villagers. He is terrified of the fact that they would be tortured.
Yeah, we could look for him. We should tell him that we cleaned out the village. It doesn't have any goblins in it anymore.
Okay. So you want to send them on their way back to the village, and you guys will continue your hunt.
Or we could leave them in chains that own the soft bodies.
That's the village.
Did somebody say pick a lock?
Hello, Brian.
Hello.
So they have found the villagers and rescued them. The Black Puddin' has decided that it wasn't going to pursue you guys any further because it's only got 20 feet of movement. And so it went back to its home in the hollowed out stalagmite. It's still alive. It's still in there, but these guys have decided, yeah, we don't need to deal with Black Puddin'.
Yeah, I'm with them on that. That thing was not nice.
That pudding is spicy.
Not an enjoyable pudding.
So, where would you guys like to go from here? So you know that the northern passage is a dead end, so I guess that leaves the western passages. Oh,
Sure.
This guy's actually dead. I don't know why he's still there. Okay, so western passages. I'm not sure why Smokey is leading the way, but... Or Steve the Devil. There we go. That's a more likely layout. Cleitaris, did you want to give Weeben any healing? Weeben, what are your hit points looking like?
I have no clue. I cannot access my player sheet right now. My computer decided to have some kind of gnarly error, and I can't remember what my stuff was at.
Okay.
I don't like this.
Let's give you you were hurt. I know that Scaly gave you some relief, but let's give you a minute to get your system up and running, and then we can figure out how much healing you need, because that'll probably be important.
I healed him 6 points, I find in the data stack.
6 points of healing. Let's see if I can get my character sheet from out of place.
While he is finding it or getting his character sheet up and running, there are 3 western passages, north, middle, and south. Which one would you guys like to investigate? You're, of course, closest to the northern passage.
Yeah, let's do that one. It's closest.
Okay.
That sounds fine.
Okay.
That way. Right there. Okay. Swoop down one spot together.
So you guys come down the northern end of the west side passages, and the passage kind of curves around. There's a room that goes to the south, and then there's a room that continues, or the passage continues on to the west. In the southern passage, you see that this small hollowed out cave actually forms a natural chimney in the 7-foot high ceiling of this small side cave. The chimney is 5 feet wide and has abundant handholds and footholds. So a creature could technically climb up and down the shaft. It gets a little bit narrow as it goes up, so a small creature or would have a much easier time of it. But guarding at the bottom of this shaft, you see a goblin. And so the first person that he sees is Cletaris, who is a paladin, obviously well-armed and armored. And the goblin holds up his hand and says, in broken common, says, "Me name's Snigbat, no attack, no attack." How would Cletaris like to deal with the goblin?
He seems to be actually surrendering, not like fake surrendering like the other guys.
Yeah, he actually drops his scimitar and holds his hands up and tells you his name is Snigbat and begs you to not attack. And he says, "Big boss, Harrk, put Snigbat here to guard chimney to make sure no one come through. Obviously punish Snigbat for something Snigbat not do. I lead you to boss if you kill him, and then Snigbat become new boss."
Sure.
Will he let the humans go if he's the new boss?
I think Snigbat should be your squire.
Sure. As new boss, no human slaves?
No humans. Me leave humans alone. Too much trouble. No taste good.
Okay. Where's
Damn
boss?
it, all right.
Okay, so Snigbat leads the party and kind of ducks along the side wall here to get as much cover as he can, which isn't a whole lot, and points ahead and says, "Boss Harrk, that way." And you guys round the corner. Then here. And you see a whole bunch of shit going on here. So, Brian, you got a character sheet yet?
I might have to bow out. My computer is, like, not in a healthy place.
You want to try to restart and come back?
Oh, I've tried.
Oh.
I think I'm going to have to bow out for today.
Is it just not wanting to load Roll20, or?
Oh, no. Computer don't want to start.
Oh, shit.
It's like, system won't load. It can't load operating system.
Oh. That's no good.
Yesterday, we're fine. Today, turn on, don't want to work. Very confused. Not good.
Solar flare.
Satellite debris. Yeah.
I mean, I know that I only have the 6 hit points. I know I had 13 AC because my leather armor got damaged once. I got 1 slime acid damage or whatever.
You might.
HP was all I had because I was doing death saves when he revived me to 6.
Have you tried an F8 boot? So turn your computer off, turn it on, and just keep tapping F8 to see if you can get the Windows the startup menu, and then select safe mode and see what it does.
Let's see how safe mode this time.
The really scary part's when you do that and it won't load into safe mode, and then you know your computer's royally fucked. So.
I'm gonna get to Nick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just no bueno.
Or there was one
If I'm
time.
holding up the game, I'd rather just like let you guys play and like I'll come back whenever I can come back.
I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. We can take a small break
Just
here.
have my 6 hit point character lying in the back, just going, "No, guys, I'll catch up with you."
I had a laptop one time where it did that, and I tried to do an F8 boot, and it was so screwed that it instead booted into the BIOS with F8. Like, yeah, this laptop's hosed.
I'm so confused because it was working fine yesterday, other than my Wi-Fi acting up.
Maybe it caught COVID.
That is a thing. That computer caught some horrible virus.
Usually a virus doesn't completely hose your operating system, though, because that's counterintuitive to what a virus wants. So, you've been browsing 4chan without a rubber again, haven't you?
I gotta look at prawn. I'm a good boy.
It always cracks me up when you hear these people like, "Don't download this JPEG. It has a virus in it." Like, a JPEG is a read-only file, you dumb shit. Who cares?
Safe mode. No, what? No. Why automatic repair? No.
Well, automatic repair might actually fix it. You don't know.
Well, there's a 1 in 50 chance.
Yeah, there's, I mean, it can't hurt.
No, it goes to diagnosing your repair, then it goes, it didn't start correctly.
No shit. I love it when Windows tells you something you already know, right?
Yeah. Thank the life. Yeah, I can't. It's like, okay, I'll go back to restore point. It's like, put your password. I'm like, all right, put the password. And it's like, that's not your password. Fuck.
No.
Yeah, and then you'll go to change your password, and it'll ask you to confirm your new password and say, you can't use the same password that you've already used.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah, I think my computer's fucked.
Okay. All right. Well, we will allow you to go try and repair your computer, and we will move on.
Have fun. Bye.
Okay. So. Well, that sucks. I hate when we have technical problems. Wait, what? 8. Okay, so this cavern is 10 feet tall, and you can see towards the back of the cavern, up here to the north, is a goblin that is wearing muddy furs, and he's got some dirty gold ropes around his neck. He's clearly the one in charge. He thinks highly of himself. But also in the room, you see there are 2 female goblins that are both concubines and bodyguards at the same time. And there are 7 giant rats. And these giant rats are hoarding around this slain villager, gnawing at the corpse. So I need to do a couple of things here. Let's see here. First of all, I will find giant rat because I'm already there. And then I will flip to goblins. There we go. goblins, and giant rats. Wow, Harrk actually rolled like an actual boss. And his Goblin bodyguards, who are both named, so they each get an ish. Obviously, Zuka is the more attractive of the two goblin females. Oh, she also got 16. And giant rats. Which get... Oh. The rats are really preoccupied eating this corpse. So everybody, go ahead and roll initiative.
I got to 18.
Okay. Okay. So, because Snegbat led you guys here, Clutaurus, who's at the front of the group, you can see that the female goblin bodyguard, Zuka, is here towards the back of this group of giant rats that are eating on this corpse. And she is paying attention and kind of cheering on the rats, kind of thing. Clutaurus, you get a surprise attack. Or a full surprise turn. So what would Clutaurus like to do with her surprise turn?
What was the goblin leader's name?
Harrk.
Harrk or something?
Yeah, he's all the way in the back. But Zuckluck is here.
Yep. I'm gonna call out Harrk. Tell him that he needs to fight us by himself, or otherwise he's a coward.
Okay. Do you want to make an attack? You can do that as a free action.
Sure, I'll also attack his wench.
Okay. Attack the whore!
Yeah, it's only a 7.
Yeah, that is a miss. So now they are all aware of your presence. Let's see here. So Harrk. Harrk is going to move to here. And he's going to throw a javelin at... actually, he's going to throw 2 javelins. But for some reason, and I can't figure out why... Let's see. When a creature the goblin can see targets it with an attack, the goblin can choose another goblin within 5 feet of it. For some reason, it says his second attack has disadvantage, like every time. And I don't know why. But okay. Because he's a goblin boss, I guess. So his first attack is a 16 to hit. That probably misses you.
That misses.
And his second attack is definitely a miss with a 9. So, all right.
Coward.
Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will cast Entangle.
Ooh. Where are you casting Entangle? Okay.
Strength DC 13 save or be restrained.
Okay, so Zuckluck gets a 5. Harrk, who's on the very edge, gets an 8. This is not going well for them. And the giant rats get a nat 1. So, all of those guys, with the exception of Ratcha, are entangled.
Then I will move back 10 feet and continue concentration.
Okay. So Ratcha sees these vines come up out of the ground and are like entangling this pretty much the entire party except for her. She is going to move to there and make a short bow attack on Clitaris at disadvantage because she's shooting through her own party. That's not good for her own party, but she didn't hit any of them. A 6 clearly misses. I rolled a 3 and a 2. You know, I might have to pull out yet a third D20 because this is just getting intolerable. So on their turn, do they get another save at the end of their turn?
They can use their action to attempt to break free, but it's still difficult terrain.
Okay, so they're gonna. So Zuckluck is going to try to break free. She gets a 14.
Okay, but it's still difficult terrain, so movement slowed.
Okay, and let's see here. As a bonus action, Zuckluck takes the disengage action. And she moves over here because she sees Snigbat. And she is going to try to wallop him with her scimitar. Smokey, what would you like to do?
I need to yell, all hail Snidbat. Was it right here that they were attacking Snidbat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to waltz up and go at him with my short swords.
Attack Zuckluck?
Yeah. 14 to hit. My first attack.
That's a miss.
Okay. Worse that time. Okay, so I ran up all triumphant and was like,
You notice Zuckluck really has been made to be look quite attractive. She has way too much eyeliner on. She has smeared lipstick all over her face. And she's wearing pearl earrings. That the holes in her ears are still bleeding. It looks like they were recently found and just punched through.
Fancy.
Yeah. She's the favorite of Hark's mistresses.
See why I missed. I was super distracted by her glamour.
That's true. Clitaris, what would you like to do? There you
I'm
go.
getting cheese sticks out of the oven.
No problem. You guys need to get an air fryer. Cheese sticks in an air fryer are freaking delicious.
I can only imagine.
They are
I'm
quite
just like closing that shit.
okay. You don't know how to put on makeup.
23
That hits.
for 5 damage.
Okay, so Zukluk is still up, but grievously wounded. Bonus action or movement? I mean, if you move, she'll get an attack of opportunity, but...
I'm going to continue to call Harrk a coward.
Okay. All right. Steve the Devil.
How tall is the cavern? What's the height of the cavern?
It is... I wanted to say 7 feet, but I might be wrong. Hold on here. It is 10 feet high.
No, it's still not enough room.
Unless you polymorph into a tiny, teeny drone. And even then, it's difficult.
Can't really do that.
Don't try to close the computer.
I will step there. And we will cast... how about good, Eldritch Blast sounds nice and easy.
Who are you going to Eldritch Blast? You got...
22 to hit.
Who are you hitting?
You got...
I'm gonna hit the guy in the back.
Okay.
Hit that guy.
Yep, 22 hits Harrk. Or, actually, that's Ratchet.
For 5 damage.
Okay. That hurts. So at second level, do you push them back yet?
No.
Okay. Anything with a bonus action?
No,
Don't put that in your mouth.
I didn't use all my movement. I'll take 5-foot step back to clear the path.
Okay.
No putting that in your mouth.
The giant rats. Their meal is interrupted. They're pissed off. Ooh. They got a 15 to save.
Okay.
So, let's see here. What's their movement? So they have 15 feet of movement. That giant rat is going to attack Clitaris. That giant rat's going to attack Clitaris.
Well, they took their action to re-roll their saves, so they can move and be ready, right?
Right. He's going to have to make another save on his turn. Well, he could...
They're free. It's just difficult terrain.
He could... Yeah, he can dash. He can go another 15 feet. Since they can't attack anyways. These two rats are going back to guard Harrk. Okay. Harrk the Goblin Boss only gets a 13 to... Or, is it a 13? Hold on. No, he gets a 15 to save. So he... moves back here. Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will... Is this guy 5 feet from that... Hold on, gotta get the right pointer. Ice Knife explodes 5 feet, so if I do this guy, it only hits one person.
Let's see here. So you are aiming for this guy?
Well, I thought if I do the guy in the back, it won't hurt the party, but it'll only get one other rat.
Yeah, I would say that is a good guesstimation.
Okay, I'll do that. I got limited options, so I'll come out around the corner enough to see this guy, and I'll ice knife him.
Okay. So that's a 2-hit roll.
Crit on the attack.
Yikes. Okay, so I think you might have
So
just...
5 on the one it hits and 16 on the other.
Okay, so this guy who got initially hit doesn't go down, but this guy blows up.
He gets a dex saving throw.
Okay. Soft 20.
Oh, so he takes nothing, I suppose.
It's not safe for half?
No.
Okay. Well, that's good for him. Anything with a bonus action or more movement?
I'll seesaw back around the corner.
Okay.
Concentrating on entangle.
Okay. Ratcha, in the back here, is going to make a short bow shot at disadvantage on Steve the Devil. And misses with a 6. Useless bitch. Zuckluck is going to take a swipe at Snigbat because he's a traitor. 22 to hit. So at least she does something, right? Ugh. And decapitates Snigbat. He is dead, dead, dead.
Our glorious leader.
Chris, I was reading the data block wrong. The ice knife impact target that I critted takes 11.
Okay, so this guy is dead.
And then the other one made a save, which is 0.
Okay. So one of the rats blows up. Smokey. Oh, wait. Zuckluck then makes, as a bonus action, uses Nimble Escape. And moves this way 15 feet. All right. Smokey, what would you like to do?
Gotta shoot him in the back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The courageous thing to do. I'm switching my dice, guys. Yeah, I'm also rolling like garbage today.
I hear you.
16.
That hits.
Yay. All right. Yay. 6 piercing.
So Zuckluck, trying to fight her way through the entangled mass, gets hit in the back of the head with an arrow and dies.
Yeah, you avenged Snigbat.
Anything with a bonus action or movement?
I'll take my place as king. I'll declare my intention to do so.
Okay.
Smokey the Goblin King.
Yes. Cletaris, what would you like to do?
I'm going to attack a rat.
Okay.
Let's say the one most lecherous.
Okay.
7.
No.
Okay.
All right. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
The rat that's directly in front of me, I will pluck him on the head with my bondage quarterstaff.
Okay.
Bad rat. Probably not for an 8.
No, that is a mess. So
Yeah, that's my turn.
Maybe you should have let the cat roll.
The two rats on Clitaris are going to try to bite Clitaris, which is still funny. Misses with a 10.
One should not bite the clitoris.
And misses with a 9. Okay. This rat is going to move over to Scaly. First, the rat on Steve is going to try to bite him. 21 to hit.
That was on Steve.
Yep.
And 21 definitely hit Steve. He's a little better than the squishy, but not by that much.
For 5 points of piercing damage. And a bite on Scaly. Misses with a 6.
Yep.
Steve's down to 4.
Steve's a clothy. Leave our squishy alone. Harrk the...
Steve's down to 4 out of 14.
Ugh. Harrk the Goblin Boss can clearly see the writing on the wall that Clitaris is probably one of the more dangerous. He's going to throw 2 javelins at Clitaris. The second one is at disadvantage. The first one doesn't matter because Harrk throws his javelin and hits and kills one of the rats. His second attack, I rolled 2 2s.
That was very helpful.
Rolled 2 2s, so nobody gets killed that time. He just kind of throws it into the mass of wreathing vines. Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will primal savagery and bite and claw the rat in front of me.
Okay.
14 to hit.
That hits.
8 points of acido.
Okay. And that rat dies.
And I'll move up and club bash the other rat.
Okay.
$18.
That hits.
I gotta remove my... Click it. Go damage. It's D4. 1 point of damage, because I don't get to count my strength on that.
Okay. All right. Ratcha is going to make a short bow attack on Clitaris. $18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay, finally, Jesus. Finally, one of the goblins does something useful.
I don't know. Harrk was useful. He killed a rat.
You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Smokey, what would you like to do?
I'll attack the rat in front of me with my swords.
Oh yeah, there is a rat. Go for it.
Chris, is releasing
18.
concentration a bonus action?
Free action.
Okay.
So I got an 18 to hit for the first one.
That hits.
Okay. That's 9 piercing.
Okay. You stab the rat through the face and put it down.
Okay. And let me see. So I can move half as much because this is difficult terrain, right?
Correct.
Yeah, do you want me to take down Entangle?
It's up to you.
If it's helpful to you, I can take it down.
I'll just go call that as far for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let him think you're hampered, and then I'll take it down.
So, did you want to make another bow attack, or?
Oh, I didn't. I thought I could only make one because it was.
Oh, that's true. That's true because you only have a
Yeah.
bonus attack left. Okay. Cleotaris, what would you like to do? There's a rat right behind you, trying to gnaw on Steve's face.
There is, but I'm gonna take a moment to touch myself and heal for a few points.
Okay.
And I think that's like a regular action, so I don't think I have anything else to do.
Right. So, yeah, you can give yourself some hit points. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
Steve's going to take a 5-foot step back.
So, the rat will get a attack of opportunity. If you do that.
I will do that.
Okay.
Steve's not back. He just stood a treat.
That is an 18 to hit.
That hits.
For 4 points of piercing damage.
Which will drop Steve to 0, but as he goes down, he's like, fuck you, rat. And cast Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Fuck you, rat bastard. Rat gets a dex save for half.
Okay. No, the rat gets a 4.
And the rat will take 15 damage.
Oof. So the rat dies, but Steve goes down, crumples to the ground. Let's see, giant rats. This one doesn't like the look of Smokey. And we'll move in to attack. This one, nope, can't make it quite that far. So let's say it's 10 feet to there. Means he's got another 10 feet. Yes, he can make it. Okay, so these two giant rats are going to try to gnaw on Smokey. First one fails with a 9. Ugh. This rat somehow ends up getting entangled again in the current mass of weeds. Because he's an idiot. Harrk. Hark's going to take 2 short bow shots on Smokey. Miss with a 7. Miss with a 6. And then he runs back here into this little side cave. Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will duck around the corner and then cast Cure Wounds on Devil Steve.
Okay.
Devil Steve gets nearly the max, 10 points.
Nice. Well, that alleviates the problem of him needing to make death saves.
Yay.
All right.
And no bonus actions. Then once I look like the spell success, I'll move another 5 feet out of line of sight.
Okay. Ratcha is going to make a short bow attack at disadvantage on Smokey. Misses with a 9 and then moves back here to block off the cave entrance, trying to protect the Goblin Boss. Smokey, one of the rats that is on you is restrained by the vines, so you would have advantage on the attack on that rat. The other one is still attacking you and is free to move out.
I'll attack the one that's restrained.
Okay. Always go for the easy target.
Sub 20 to hit on that one.
That hits.
And that's 9 points.
And then I'll release the vines.
Okay. So that rat dies. And so Scaly got rid of Entangle. You have a bonus attack on the other rat.
12. I don't think hits.
12 does hit.
Yeah. Okay. 4 damage.
Okay. He's still up, but very badly wounded. Cleitaris, what would you like to do? You see the mass of tangling vines go down.
Would I be able to charge at her and make an attack?
Let's see here. She's roughly almost 40 feet away, so no. Because your movement's what, 30 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's just about 10 feet out of range.
Then I'll charge at the rat.
Okay.
Uh, 9 to hit.
Nope, that is a miss. I'm still getting used to the fact that you guys actually miss. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna get up a little weebly and wobbly and be like, anybody else feel a little lightheaded?
It kind of itches where they bit me.
I'll step over to here.
Get these guys out of the way.
Actually, I'll step more towards here. Does that give me a good line of sight on the guy in the doorway?
Yes.
Eldritch Blast to your face. I'm sure 25 hits.
Yes.
But none damage.
Okay, so Ratcha goes down with a hole in her chest from the Eldritch Blast. The giant rat is going to try to bite Smokey again. 21 to hit.
Yep.
For 5 points of piercing damage. I'm really surprised that they didn't put a disease factor on giant rats, but maybe I'm just, being a dick.
There's another variant called the diseased giant rat I've considered for polymorphing, but that's a 10 con save, so for an attack method, it's not all that.
Boss Harrk is going to try to do 2 bow attacks. One on Cleitaris, one on Smokey. The first one on Cleitaris, 18 to hit.
That is.
For 3 points of piercing damage. And then at disadvantage on Smokey for a 12. Okay. And then he moves around the corner to hide in the cave. And actually, as a bonus action, he gets to make the hide action Let's see here. So his stealth is a 12. Anybody who has more than 12 for their passive perception can pretty much still know that Harrk is there. Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will move up to said remaining rat. Perfect. And Primal Savagery Chompy Slash.
Okay.
Big ol' whiff.
Nope. Bonus?
Club.
Okay.
Of course that works.
Yep, that hits.
Or 4 points because I can't count my strength.
And you crush the rat beneath your club.
Cinder Eyes.
There are no more rats.
Go get them.
Smokey, what would you like to do?
I'll rush into the cave, or to the end. Wait, I need to see if I can move that far. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
I'll
I
give
can
it
do
to
that.
you. Yeah, you can get there.
Okay, but my passive perception's 10, so do I see him or not?
You do not.
Damn it. I don't know. I'm looking around stupidly, like, what?
Okay. So you are searching around in the cave looking for Harrk. You don't see him hiding in the shadows. He, because he is hidden, gets a surprise turn and is going to swing at you with his mighty goblin scimitar. The first one's with advantage because you don't see him. 23 to hit for 6 points of slashing damage. And his second attack, because it would normally be at disadvantage, it is only a normal attack. Nat 20. Wow. His surprise worked out well. So 12 points of slashing damage on that second hit.
Ouch.
I'm really close to death. Okay.
And he's like snarling, "You don't kill boss." Clitoris, what would you like to do?
Can I see this cowardly boss man?
From your position. No, he's just around the edge, but you can see that Smokey has gotten hit and is bleeding profusely in the dim light.
Well, then I guess I'll run up and smack Smokey on the ass for 5 points of healing.
There you go.
Go get him, champ.
Got this.
Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
I'm going to. Steve will walk up behind this pillar.
Okay.
And it looks like I got kind of a line of sight around Smokey at him.
I'm going to say that would be a disadvantage.
I get that. But I'm also going to use that fancy new wand of magic missile.
Oh, that definitely works. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I'm going to use it at a level 2 charge.
Okay. So that would be 4 darts at 1d4 plus 1 each.
Come here, little Well, that's a bunch of shit. 10 damage?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes 4 darts. He's still up, although he is bloodied. Anything with a bonus action or any more movement?
No. He'll just sit on a rock and be like, ow.
So, Boss Harrk is really pissed and is going to make his 2 scimitar attacks on Smokey. The first one misses with a 12. The second one, oh, fuck me. He trips and falls prone. Idiot. Okay. So, Scaly, what would you like to do?
I think as the only unwounded person in the party, I will charge up my full movement and avenge myself on the remaining target.
Okay.
He's prone.
He is. You have advantage on your attacks.
I think I bite him.
Yep.
5 points.
Okay.
Bonus with my club. Am I still at advantage?
Yes.
Soft 20.
Yep.
1 more point.
Okay.
Roar.
Okay. Smokey. He's still up. Well, prone. So you would have advantage on your attacks.
Let's do this. Short swords. 15.
That is a miss.
Alright, attack number 2. Worse than that. God damn it. Okay,
Having one of those days. Clitoris, what would you like to do? Oh,
since he's prone, if I move, there's no attack opportunity, right? Or
he could make an attack of opportunity, but it's going to be at disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll move and let him try.
Okay. 15 to hit.
That misses.
Okay. Yeah, things just aren't going well for Boss Harrk. He was having such a good day watching his pet giant rats eat a corpse, and now you guys have just come in, ruined his Xbox moment. So, Clitoris, what would you like to do?
I'll step up to where Smokey was and tell him that he's been way too cowardly and it's time for him to die now.
Harrk!
21 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. For max damage of 11.
Oof. And Boss Harrk crumples to the ground in 2 pieces.
Yay, team.
So, hold on just a moment here. Let me scroll out. So, 2 things happen. Well, 3 things, really. The first is you all get level 3.
Yay.
The second thing is, in a chamber to the south of the boss's cave, you find Hark's hoard. This north end of the cave that you had gone into was actually his larder. And you find the bodies of numerous villagers that have been hung up by hooks. But there is one living commoner in here, It is Lady Daphne Featherstone. She was the handmaiden to Lady Volrosa Nandar. And she has survived. She was going to be next to be eaten, probably by giant rats. The treasure cave just to the south contains 12 gold pieces.
1 second. I'm getting my party kitty. Am I still doing party loot or somebody else?
You said you were going to, so
I'm just double checking. So 12 gold?
12 gold, 55 silver, and 87 copper pieces.
All right.
There's a matching pair of silver salt and pepper shakers that are worth 10 gold pieces a piece, or 25 gold pieces for the pair.
fancy salt and pepper.
A blood-stained leather case containing a complete set of thieves' tools worth 25 gold pieces.
Anybody need thieves' tools?
You might save them for Weeben.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Weeben.
In case he rolls a 1 on one of his checks and breaks a lockpick.
Lock set.
Thieves' tools.
You find a holy symbol of Sylvanas carved from wood and inlaid with gold that's worth 25 gold pieces.
What was that, a little box?
It is a holy symbol of Sylvanas.
Oh, holy symbol.
Worth 25 gold. And this is how it starts. Let's see here. Table
Attorney
A.
mask. Oh.
Let's see. Table A. Somebody roll D100.
I'll do if nobody else wants to.
My hands are full of cat.
Let's see. Percentile, that's going to be a 16, sir.
Okay. You find a potion of healing. Which, of course, is always welcome. Especially at levels 1 through 4.
Anybody want to hold on to that for now, for convenience?
I'll take it.
Be my guest.
Thank you.
So the the last thing that you find in this cave is that you discover that the southern end of the western passages led to basically living areas for basically non-combatant goblins. There's children and the infirm that are living down here. I don't know if you want to deal with them or just leave them. They are not a threat to anybody. But adventurers being what they are, I always ask.
They could roll the boss's head into there. They know that he's dead.
Yeah, you guys are on your own now.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
leave. Find a new home.
Go get a job.
Down here. Why is this? Well, I hope it's going to work. Let's see. So you make your ways back out of the Dripping Caves, back towards Nightstone. Okay, hold on here. So I will give you guys a moment to level up here. Oh. I was like, why is this not working? You're going to make everything so fucking complicated. Okay. While you guys are leveling up, I'm going to go grab another drink. I'll be right back.
So for my second level spell, I took Heat Metal. And on one level, Heat Metal always seems like it's not very useful, but anybody in armor takes a minute to get out of that armor. So if I get a Heat Metal armor, we get a nice long period of someone suffering for being in armor.
How high can you heat it?
It's my only second level native spell, and it does 2d8, and then it scales up after third level.
So can you melt like locks and like door hinges and stuff?
It just says it gets hot, and the person in contact with it takes damage. I don't know that it works on actual melting things.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other stuff that's metal that maybe it might come in handy for. But armor, that's a good idea for sure. And cook stuff inside the armor, and then it'll be tastier when you eat them.
Yeah, I could heat the crock pot.
Toss some garlic in there, and
Yeah.
that's it.
primarily for cooking knights in their armor.
Good.
Oh shit, do I get another spell? I didn't look at that. I get another spell. Cool.
Okay, are we all leveled up?
I gotta look up one spell that I can add, but that's the last thing I need to do.
Okay.
Imagine we get a long rest.
Yeah, you guys can take a long rest in the caves and get all your hit points and spell slots back. So essentially the next morning you come out of the Dripping Caves, stretching and yawning, and you start to make your way back to the town of Nightstone, or village rather. And you kind of step right into a large battle. So you see that there is the first thing that you obviously notice is that if you're on the Nightstone map, in the northwest corner is where you start. The first thing that you obviously notice is this large orc warband. And they have banners. They're red banners with a black elf ear on the banners. And all of these orcs are wearing leather cord necklaces with elf ears around their neck. And they are kind of, at this point, stopped because they realize it looks like they were trying to retreat. And they are now stuck between the village of Nightstone, and that kind of off-puts them because now they're fighting a battle on, or would be fighting a battle on two fronts. They are being chased by a group of wood elves that have come out of the Ardeep forest that are hunting these orcs. So...
Does anybody yell, "Find the halflings"?
No. Hold on here.
At least we don't have to worry about the ring.
Right. Yeah, no, you don't have to worry about the ring. So, let's see here. Orcs. Well, that's not too bad. Orc Eye of Grumsh. Not so good. The Orc War Chief. Man, this is going to get complicated. also gets 20. Yeah. And who's this guy? He is also a scout. Ooh. All right. So then shit. All right. So you see this war kind of transpiring before you. Everybody can roll initiative. The orcs are clearly the enemy, and the wood elves see you as you kind of come from the northwest, and this obviously their leader yells to you to stand out of the way. You're in the middle of our battle. Actually, you're already up there. Hold on here. I bet you guys are still on the map. Let me take care of that.
We're in 2 places at once.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes. There you go. That should work. I believe. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna have to make this bigger. Okay. Between Cleitaris and Steve the Devil, which one of you wants to go first?
I'll let her go first.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Okay. So Ron Arrowthorn, Ron, the elf.
What a silly name for an elf.
Yes. He moves here.
I hope it's at least spelled fun, like silent W's and stuff.
In there.
It's short for Ronald,
Oof.
so this was better.
Oof. Ron just fucked up an orc, I do believe. No, wrong dice. Of course he's not using a short bow. He's an elf. Yeah. So Ron, with a 19 and a nat 20, kills this orc and yells, "You fools! You're going to interrupt our battle!" Garrosh, the orc war chief, I think they get something special here. Let's see here. So he has 30 feet of movement. So his bonus action is he moves his 30 feet. Then as a regular action moves the rest of the way, or regular movement. And he is going to attack Ron. Damn him. And he gets 2 attacks with his spear. Well, he fucks up the first attack with an 8. And fucks up the second attack with a 7. So all that extra damage he can do matters not. The orcs, realizing that they are backed up against a wall. Orc moves there. Orc moves there. Orc moves there. Orc moves there. They notice you guys. Orc moves there. Orc moves there. And there. And there. The rest of them hang back, at least for now. But one of the orcs has moved in and can make an attack on Smokey. And 13 misses. This orc and this orc are going to throw javelins at Clitaris. Soft 20 to hit. For 8 points of piercing damage. 18 to hit for 9 points of piercing damage. And these orcs fighting the elves.
Both those were to Clitoris?
Yes.
She says out.
So that is a hit on elf number 1 for 6 points. That hurts. Ugh. This orc is knocked prone. This is a fucking orc. This orc's going to try to hit him. He misses. And last orc hits for... Oof. This orc kills this elf. Okay. Smokey, you see this battle and this orc just tried to slash at you but missed with his great axe. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna slash right back. Drop my dice. I'm gonna have to use a different one. Okay. 21.
That hits.
Okay. For 5 piercing.
Okay.
And then I gained this thing called Colossus Slayer.
Yes.
Per turn. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, they take 1 extra D8 damage if it's below its HP maximum. So if I hit, I'm going to use that.
Okay.
23 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Wow, that's some crappy damage. 7 altogether.
Okay. Well.
And then I got a bonus action too.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Gale of Thorns. So when I fire my bow at some point during this encounter, I'll do extra damage.
Yep, it'll hit everything within a 5-foot radius of your target.
That's right. Okay, that's my turn.
It's a shotgun of thorns. Clitoris, what would you like to do? It is a target-rich environment.
So it is. I'm going to cast Bless on myself, Smokey, and Scaly.
Okay.
So that's a D4, an extra D4 on any attacks or saves.
Okay.
Yeah, bless.
We'll put a little heart symbol on.
So it is, you don't want to bless the demon?
Well, I can only do 3 and no.
Okay. Did you want to move at all?
I mean, they're just gonna shoot me, so not.
Okay. Steve the Devil.
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't really got too many AoE spells yet. Gizmo. I'm going to take to the skies if I can find the wing. There's the wings.
So, Scaly, you have wings, but you're not flying, right? Yeah, there you go.
Scaly's lizard, not flight.
Right.
I thought I was doing angels for Bless, but I'll change it to heart to match the others.
Oh, I can change mine. I think there's
No, you're good.
Okay.
Wings fit you because you're actually flying.
Yeah.
I will go to there and I'll be up in the air. That'd be like 20 feet.
Okay.
No, 15. I'll go up to 15 feet and cast Eldritch Blast on, let's say this guy.
Go for it.
15 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah.
They're all looking for Weeben. Find the halfling!
And now with level 2 Warlock, I can do Agonizing Blast and Grasp of Hador. So damage is going to be 8, and I'm going to pull him up 10 feet into the air, and then he falls.
Okay. So you do 8 points. Hold on here. And then you're pulling him up 10 feet into the air and dropping him?
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
It's going to be 2.
Okay. So he takes 2 from falling damage as well. So he's not feeling real great.
Just wait till I get War Blast. I'll be pulling everybody up in the air, dropping them.
Right?
Raining dead bodies.
Scaly, what would you like to do?
Are any of the orcs wearing metal armors?
Let's see here. The Orc War Chief, who is right now engaged with the Elf Warband leader, is wearing chainmail. And the Eye of Grumsh, this guy down here, is wearing ringmail.
I will cast Heat Metal on the Eye of Grumsh.
Okay. Does he get a save at all, or just take damage?
He gets a... Hold on here. Choose a metal object, glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact takes 2d8.
So he's
So
just
it's
going to
no
eat damage.
save.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d8 damage.
Yeah, 9 points of damage.
Okay.
He can choose to start taking his armor off, but that takes him a minute.
Okay.
He's also at disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of my next turn.
Okay. So he gets a little lightning bolt. Okay. He is not happy with that.
Then I will move back 20 feet.
Okay. All right.
Hold on, let me double check my range. Yep, I'm still okay.
Okay. The Wood Elves. Let's see here. They all hit. For 6 points. This guy, 9. Yes, no, that's right. This guy is at 9. This guy gets an arrow and is at 9. Norgro One Eye, who is the Eye of Grumsh. He's going to ignore the fact that his armor is searing into his flesh because orc. And
So he has disadvantage on attack rolls.
right. He is going to charge towards Clitaris, and he can make it. And he is going to make a spear attack at disadvantage. Oh, that's the wrong dice. Doesn't matter, he misses with a 13. But he thinks he's hot shit, and he's up in Clitaris' face. Rond Arrowhome is going to make his attack on the Orc Warchief. And the Warchief deflects his blow and is going to return it in kind. And hits oof, that's not good. The elf war leader, or the elf party leader, is pretty badly wounded. We are back to the orcs. The orcs, they're actually morks. They're all chanting nano 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 nano. These guys are going to make a morale check. And fail. And these guys dash to the southwest and disappear off the street. They run away. They're like, I don't know what to do. This orc is going to run up and also help try to attack Smokey. These two orcs are going to throw javelins at Steve. So we will do a Smokey first. Smokey, that's a miss with a 13. 17 to hit.
Yep, that's my AC.
Okay. $14 points of slashing damage. Two javelin attacks on Steve. Miss with a 9. 23 to hit. For
Oh yeah, that hits.
For 4 points of piercing damage. Steve's up 15 feet in the air and has a javelin sticking out of him. And then on the elves, all the orcs miss. They continue their fight. Smokey, what would you like to do?
Wail wildly with my sword.
Okay.
12 for first attack.
That's
Bless point. I need to add.
Yep, add your bless.
Where's this one? There we go. 15.
That's a hit.
Yay.
Hooray for bless.
And this is the one I hit in the past, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I can do that D8 thing once. So 8 points of damage altogether.
Okay, and that orc crumples to the ground. You still have a bonus attack.
Yeah. Okay. That is 14.
That's a hit.
Sweet. 7 points.
Okay.
Oh, damn it.
So this guy's down to 8. Okay. Clitaris, you have an Eye of Grumsh, which is kind of scary, and a regular orc on you. Or, no, I'm sorry, you just have the Eye of Grumsh.
Well, I'm gonna stab him in his eyeball.
Okay. Eye of Grumsh are scary because they are orc champions that believe they are picked by the orc god Grumsh to champion combat. So they're true believers. It's basically paladin versus orc paladin.
You can pray harder.
Yes, they both have a pray off. It's kind of like a rap battle, but a lot more boring.
My prayer is better than yours. I got a 27.
That hits.
And I'm going to smite this bastard.
That's a good idea.
I thought so.
Now, at level 3, you probably have some more spells available to you. As a bonus action as a paladin, you could also cast a smite spell. So you could do like Searing Smite, and then because you hit, also do a Divine Smite, plus the weapon's damage.
Yeah, I'll just do one smite. One smite's good.
Okay. I'm just saying you could like totally fuck this guy up. Okay.
With my smite.
All right. He takes that.
This one you only have one attack, but I don't know. You attack fourth.
Yeah, I just only have one attack.
He is very deeply wounded. Anything with a bonus action or movement?
I taunt him by banging my sword against my shield.
Okay. Steve the Devil. You've got these two idiots throwing javelins at you. One of them stuck you.
And I'm just above them, so I'm still about the 15-foot range.
Right.
What is it? So I will circle around them, and as I do, I will cast Burning Hands downward.
Okay. So they get a dex save.
Yep.
No, they got a 9.
Oh, that sucks for you.
They're going to eat helicopter flamethrower.
Oh, yeah.
You should probably. Are you gonna poop on their car? Pooping.
So that's 13 damage.
Okay. Wow, they are not feeling well.
I hope so. I got a spear sticking out of me.
Yeah, one of them dies outright, wails around in flames, and then falls to the ground dead.
Who's the bitch now?
Scaly, what would you like to do?
First bonus action, we'll use heat metal on the eye again
Okay.
for 12 points.
Okay. Well, he's not doing real good.
Then I'll move up and the Primal Savagery Bite and Claw at the... Isn't that still the remaining orc there?
This. Yes, it is.
Okay. $17 plus bless.
That's a hit.
20 to hit, so roll damage. It's not doing things right.
Stop not doing things.
Primal Savagery. There. 6 points of acid.
Okay. He's still up.
Okay, that was my bonus, a little move and an attack, so I'm done.
Okay. The Wood Elves. They hit. This orc is no more. This orc is no more. This orc is no more. And this orc dies from an arrow in the eye socket.
Goes wee all the way to heaven.
Yes. Norgra, Eye of Grumsh, is going to make his spear attack at disadvantage on Cletaris and miss with a 10. He thinks that the heat metal is a sign from Grumsh trying to urge him on to greater victories in battle. Ron Burgundy Arrowhome. Ron, the orc, trips him and causes him to go prone, and the orc chief is readying his axe to end Ron. Let's see if he can do that. Oh, Jesus. No, he misses. He somehow fucks that up. Oh, wait, he's got advantage. No, that's even worse. He somehow, after knocking the warband chief to his knees, can't seem to get it up enough to follow through.
Give him a blue pill.
This orc is a little bit scared of the lizard folk, so he's going to try to Great Axe Scaly. Jesus tits. And he fucks that up and falls prone. This orc is going to throw another javelin at Steve. Nat 20! Yay! I finally do something. For 18 points of piercing damage. Is Steve still up?
No, Steve falls out of the sky and goes thump, 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 thump on the ground.
Okay. So you are 15 feet up. In addition to that, because you are 15 feet up, you take an automatic failure from bludgeoning damage. So you have one failure on your death saves.
You live by the sky, you die by the sky.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. Just ask the Wright brothers. So you're no longer flying. You flutter to the ground. Smokey, what would you like to do? There's still an orc there.
I should probably kill it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Otherwise, you're just going to have to call exterminators because nobody wants orcs.
Gross. 25. That was great. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That hits.
Yeah, wow. I rolled max damage on both of the dice. So
Jesus.
14.
Yeah.
It was like super dead.
Yeah, you kill him a lot. She gets all fancy with her swords and just guts this guy. There is still the Eye of Grumsh over here. You could basically move 10 feet and attack him. If you wanted. Or you could move and stop this orc here. Because this next round is probably going to be to do a coup de grace on Steve.
Okay, I think I'll step here and I'll shoot this guy. If I can. Am I allowed to do that, or do I have to use my sword, don't I? Yeah. So I'll run up and do that.
Okay.
$22.
That hits.
For 8 points.
Okay, and you run up and slash this guy's throat open.
Sweet.
Cletaris, this Eye of Grumsh is still menacing you. He's steaming a little bit. Kind of smells like barbecued pork.
Which, I mean, delicious, but also cute. Well, we're going to stab him again. For a 21 to hit.
Yes.
How bad does barbecue face look?
He's not looking real good. You might throw a Divine Smite on it, though, just to end him completely. I don't know that a regular attack is going to get all the way through.
Well, that would be all my spells, so I guess so.
Well, the way I think about it is that a dead opponent doesn't hit back, so.
17 damage with that smite.
That puts him down. Hold on here. Yeah, he's dead. Did you want to move at all? I mean, the orc war chief over here is kind of surrounded by elves and not doing real well.
Move over here to save my comrade.
Okay. Throw some healing on him. Give him a hand job.
Yeah, you know.
Poor Steve.
Love that, Steve.
Come on, that's it.
So-
19 plus something.
Well, how many points did you give Steve with land hands? Oh, wait, you have to wait. That's right, it's an action. So, Steve, you have one success. Scaly, what would you like to do?
I'll use my second level Cure Wounds on Steve. Let me
Okay.
check the range. Good. I don't think I have to move. No, it's touch. I do have to move. But he's close enough I can get to him.
Okay.
So that is 2d plus 3. Let's roll that. Oh, good rolls. 15 points.
All right. So,
Nice.
Steve's up with 15. Wood elves are literally gonna gank this guy.
They're not going to take him prisoner and interrogate him?
No. They kill him. Wrong guy. Yeah, the Wood Elves rally to their leader's defense and kill this orc chief.
You just hear Scaly chanting, elves, 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 elves.
Yeah, Scaly really likes elves. Come on here, let me try to clean this mess up. There's so many orcs. Okay. So Ron tells you that these orcs were of the Earseeker tribe, and that the Wood Elves of the Ardeep Forest have been at war with this tribe of orcs, mostly because they like to kill elves, cut off their ears, and wear them as necklaces. He basically turns, him and the rest of the elves turn to leave, and they don't really expect anything from you. And before they leave, Ron, from the edge of the Ardeep Forest, yells back, he goes, "You're welcome," and leaves.
Wow, armies suck. I'm glad I'm in with a group of freaks instead. Way better.
So you guys get back into the village of Nightstone, and the villagers over the last 8 hours have basically started the cleanup process. They're burying their dead. Some of them are trying to get patches made to their buildings, get life back to an operating normal. They have raised the drawbridge. So right now, nobody can come in or out of Nightstone. And outside, you're there for another day, so everybody completes a long rest. You get all your spells and hit points back. And outside, you hear, the next day, you can hear that somebody is calling to the town wanting entrance. And Kella Darkhope tells you guys, oh, that would be my friends. I've been waiting for them. And you see flying through the air, you see this flying snake come down and coil around her arm and rolled around the body. She pulls up a little note that's written around it and reads it and tucks it into her pocket. She says, yes, it's my friends. And you see parked out front is this band of rough-looking individuals requesting entrance. She says, oh, the one asking for entrance would be Zulkin. He is my friend, and I would very greatly appreciate if you would allow him to come in. Weeben automatically says, oh, I'll go help lower the drawbridge, and starts heading towards the towards the gatehouses. What do the rest of you want to do?
I'll go help Weeben. He's tiny.
Okay.
I will go and verify the guy's name. Who are you?
So this guy comes up. He is wearing black armor, or black leather armor with red and black cloak. He tells you his name is Zendrick. He is, and he kind of waves his hand behind him to the band behind him. They're also all wearing black leather armor. He says, we are the Seven Snakes. We were told that one of our friends and member of the Seven Snakes is staying here. Her name is Kella Darkhope is staying here. We can see that there was some damage. Can we be of any assistance?
So you're 7 snakes and she's the 8th snake. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, we're still working on the name.
Suspect.
Well, I'm gonna lower the thing, so.
Okay. So yeah, the drawbridge lowers, and Zendrick sees who he's been talking to on the other side is Scaly, and he says, he's kind of taken aback a little bit that there's a lizard folk here that, people don't seem to be alarmed by this. And he says, is it all right if we enter? And they're all on horseback.
Your 8th snake asked us to help and let you in, so I suppose.
Okay.
I'll lean out, being a bugbear, be like, it's fine. Make them feel reassured.
Yes. Yeah, and then they notice, out steps Smokey, and they're like, what the fuck is going on around here? And so these horses all ride into the central area, and Kella Darkhope shakes hands with him and welcomes him to the village of Nightstone, and he dismounts, he looks around, he's like, what the hell happened here? And she's explaining, that there was a giant attack, then there were goblins, there was an orc warband outside. It's been a crazy couple of days. Everybody can make an insight check.
Steve will look at him and give him a half-assed wave like, hi.
Tieflings aren't so bad compared to the fact that you're traveling with a lizard folk and a bugbear, but,
I got an 8.
21.
So, yeah, what did Steve get?
9.
So, Smokey and Clitaris, you both notice that these black armor that these guys are wearing, these guys all look like Gentarim. They definitely look like Zents. And you're suspecting that a party this size coming to this small of a village, it looks like, and they're buddy-buddy with Kella Darkhope, your suspicion is that the Zentarim are trying to set up some kind of outpost here in Nightstone. And of which Weeben has now agreed to be a part of the Zentarim So I don't know how you guys feel about that.
I'm okay with it. I mean, this place is wrecked. They might actually fix it up better than all the broke-ass town people could have. So.
That's true. And I mean, the Zentrim, for the most part, are known to be basically mercenaries for hire. They usually hire out mercenaries that'll protect like caravans and trade routes and things like that. So on that scope, it's not so bad. You all know that maybe Scaly doesn't necessarily know, but I'm pretty sure that most of you would realize that definitely Cletaris and Steve know that the Zentrim have a darker side. They're known as the Black Network. They're kind of like a global thieves guild that borders on the mafia. That they, in the past, have been parts of situations that weren't so great. Aside from that, the rumors and whatnot, but for the most part, their outside appearances that they are just, sell swords and caravan mercenaries, and that's it. But you've heard rumors that they deal in some dark shit.
Don't mind the human trafficking and
right.
But have they started any forest fires though?
They have not.
Okay, well I don't care then. It's all right.
So Zendrick tells Kella, he's like, well, it's lucky that these adventurers came along, and he shakes hands with Weeben and kind of gives him a wink and a nod, and you guys spend another night in Nightstone, kind of helping the locals out, and the next morning, you're all pulled to what is now the remains of the inn, and Morak, the shield dwarf that runs the inn, requests that you wants to know if you would be willing to travel to the walled. I don't want to call it a town necessarily, but there's what is known as the breadbasket of the Sword Coast. It is called Golden Fields. It is a 20-mile radius walled compound that is dedicated to the goddess Shantia, and they grow all manner of farmstead produce, wheat, vegetables, all manner of things. And he wants to know if you would travel to Golden Fields because your Tressum that you found belonged to belonged to a family, and they had a son named Miros that currently lives in Golden Fields, and he would like for you to travel to Golden Fields and inform this kid of the death of his parents, and possibly return the Tressum, should the Tressum want to be returned.
I'm fine with that.
Sounds fun.
Okay. We will pick up there next week at 12 noon. Just a reminder, now let me double check my calendar. Hold on a second here. So, just a reminder, next week will be our last game of the year. We will be taking off Christmas Day and New Year's Day for obvious reasons. I will be too hungover to play a game on New Year's Day, possibly even Christmas Day. And so, next week will be our last game of the year. But I will see you guys next week at 12 noon.
Sounds great. Thanks, gang.
Take it easy.
Yep. Have a good day, guys.